Hello and welcome to the MSTAR training session to perform the cash or credit sale of items to the users. From the screen, you will be able to sell items on cash or credit to students or employees. To perform transactions from the screen, ensure that the item groups and items are defined and are associated to the stores as per this inventory flow. This page can be used to sell the items either through the cards of the users or without cards of the users. In case the OMV card is used, it automatically fetches the details after inserting the OMV card of the user. So let us see the steps for cash and credit sale of items to students and employees. Click on button MSTAR and select Module Inventory. The name of the module appears on the main screen, which means that you're now working in the inventory module. Then click on the button Activities and select the screen Sale of Item. As the screen opens, click on the box next to the store name and you will see all the store names as defined for the school appears in the box. Select the store name from which the sale of item needs to be done. At one point of time, only one store name can be selected and sale can be made. In the transaction type, you will notice that sale is already predefined, which means that this page is used for selling of items either on cash or credit to the users. Next to the text sale, we see two more options, cash or credit. Out of these, we select the option as applicable. For example, if we are doing a cash sale to the user, we click on the circle next to the text cash and it gets highlighted. Similarly, if credit sales is being done to the users, then click on the circle next to the text credit and it gets highlighted, which means that the sale will now be done on credit. Then in the box transaction date, enter the date of the transaction, that is the date of the sale. The date has to be entered in the date format, that is day, month and year, and by default it displays the current date. After this, in case the user's OMV card is available for the transaction, click on the button Fetch OMV card number. As you click on the button, it automatically displays the name of the employee, the department of the employee and the user type, whether the student or the employee card is selected. In case the user's card is not selected, then you can select the employee type and select a department and select the employee name from the employee field and then continue the transaction. In case student is selected, then the fields student, school admission number and the class section in the user section will get enabled and you will be able to select the class section and the name of the student for the sale. So let us sell an item on credit to the employee. So fetching the OMV card number again and it is displaying us the name of the employee. Since this is the first sale entered, enter a receipt number. If more receipts are already generated, then the button Find will be enabled and on clicking the Find button, you will be able to identify the last receipt number for the transaction and subsequently you can enter the receipt number for the current transaction. After entering the employee details or fetching them from the OMV card, click on the box next to the Prepared by and the employee list will get selected. Select the name of the employee who is preparing this transaction and click on the cell in the grid under the column Item Code. As you click, a button appears. Click on the button and a small window appears showing the item list of the selected store. The new window Item List shows us the list of various items, that is the serial number, the group code, the group description, item code and item description, the unit of measurement of the item rate, stock in hand of the item, any surcharge applicable based on the user type selected and effective from for the surcharge date. In case you want to search an item, the same can be entered in the box next to the search text and it will further search for the item you are searching. Once the item is shown in the grid, double click on the item and it gets selected in the main grid. So the main grid is showing us the item code, item description, unit of measurement, quantity, item rate, total rate and remarks. In this now, we have to enter the quantity which needs to be sold to the user. Enter a quantity. Item rate is automatically displaying. Total rate gets automatically calculated based on the quantity and the item rate, and enter the remarks if any. You can enter maximum 200 characters in this field and both text and numbers are allowed. Special characters like comma, dot, slash, dash and plus are allowed. So once you've added an item for sale for the selected employee, you can click on the save button, or if you want to add more items, click on the add button and a new row gets inserted. Again, click on the item code cell, click on the button in the item code and select any other item if required. Enter the quantity of the other item and enter any remarks if required. You would notice that upon adding the item and the quantity of each item, the total amount of the sale also gets displayed in the total amount field. This is a before discount amount. In case any discount needs to be given, then enter the amount in the field discount amount rupees. So if you enter any amount, you will see that the total amount field after discount is showing the value of the total order after any discount amount entered. In the discount amount, you can enter a fixed amount only. In the discount amount, you can enter maximum 8 characters and decimals are also allowed. Based on the discount amount, the total amount after discount gets auto-calculated. At this point, if the item list is okay, you can click on save and save the sale. Whereas, in case an item needs to be deleted from this sale transaction, the same has to be done now. For that, click on the row which needs to be deleted and click on the button remove available next to the grid. It asks for the confirmation for deletion. Click yes on the deletion confirmation message and the selected row gets deleted, while it also updates the total amount of the transaction along with the discount, and the total amount after discount also gets updated. You can add another item as per the steps just shown. Now, if the sale is final, click on the save button and the data saving confirmation message is received. Click OK on the confirmation message and the screen gets refreshed. Now, if for any second transaction you would want to see the last transaction receipt number, click on the store name and you will see that the find button now gets activated. Click on the find button and a small window for selection of receipt number will appear, and it is also showing us the user type, the class section or the department of the user name to which the sale was made, receipt number, transaction date and the transaction type. Close this window after the information is received. Click on the clear button to clear the screen and repeat these steps for selling other items either on cash or credit. For cash also, the steps would remain same. Thank you for watching this video.